what do you think you're doing? It's sitting in front of the television like that, you know, it's pretty pathetic. It's lovely outside, you know, it's cold, mind you, but it's like it's an entertainment playground out here in the middle of Kingston, Ontario in the winter. You could be out skating, you could be out doing all kinds of things, interacting socially with your fellow human beings, but instead you're sitting there on your couch watching this pathetic television show. I mean, when was the last time you learned anything of any use whatsoever on this show? I pass on no information, nothing of any value, and you people sit there week after week and watch the bloody show, sitting on your couch like some kind of friggin' lump. It's shocking, it's disgusting, it's a waste of human potential is what it is. For God's sake, people, get up. Go outside and play or something. You people are pathetic. Pathetic. You're just sitting there expecting other people to make you have a good time, to provide you with entertainment, you know, like you deserved anything. Like it was something that you merited because of your status as a human being or something. People have to entertain you, you know. You've got to be able to sit there after you paid your $40 a month for cable and sit there and be entertained. You think that's your right? I don't know. I think you got to work to be entertained. Go out and live a little. Live a little, for God's sake. And you can't just sit there on your couch and expect great things to come to you. So get off your ass, go outside, do something fun. Don't watch TV. If you're still here after the opening, it's your own fault. After I film this, I might want to put on more clothes. Yeah. It's cold. Yeah, so here we are, once again, outside of my house, the typical opening point for all of the most recent shows. After last week's highly controversial show about the ad bag, I announced that I was going to have a contest, and that contest was going to be to see how many times I said or anybody said the word ad bag on the show last week. We did have a winner, and his name is Brian. But I called Brian, and he never called me back. I talked to his mom, and he just never called me back, which I thought was unfortunate. So I'm going to give Brian until next week, you know, like I'll call him back again and again and again. But if he doesn't call me back by the time we film next week's show, I'll pick one of the runner-ups. You see, Brian guessed 145 times that I said ad bag, and I actually said ad bag 140 times. So Brian was awfully close. Five off, you know, and good effort, all the rest of you. Yeah. So we got another ad bag just now, which I swear to God, we just noticed right now, you know, as we were coming out to start filming the show, and I thought, hey, what a perfect place to do an intro. As you can see, it used to just say recyclable, but now it says use and reuse. After reading your flyers, you can recycle the paper and plastic by placing them separately in your blue box. You might also want to reuse the bag in your car, at work, school, or just to carry your lunch. Now, I wonder if that's because of the work we did to supply people with alternate uses for the ad bag on the show last week. But yeah, whole new ad bag, whole new show. So I'm just going to go in and put on some warmer clothes because it's damn cold out here, and you wouldn't want me freezing to death now, would you? Okay, I think there's been a little bit of a change of plans. We were going to do something a little bit more outdoorsy and rugged, you know, but instead I think, hey Chris. Morning. Instead I think, seeing as it's freezing cold outside, and although he might not have actually given the impression that it's freezing cold, being that he's walking around in a t-shirt. But it is freezing cold, and I think we're going to try something a little bit more indoors, involving maybe some hot beverages. So that'll keep us, as filmmakers, a little bit more content, shall we say. So let's go and try something indoorsy with involving some hot beverages, perhaps.
We have all kinds of coffee out for you today.
It's a very friendly video.
It's a friendly video camera.
Yeah.
But we have just our house blend coffee. We also have cappuccinos, mochachinos, lattes.
Well, we have Colombian coffee.
Colombian Supremo, Colombian Exquisite, Colombian, like 10 Colombian different types.
Mochas, Americanos.
The afternoon blend, which is a nice mix of an African coffee and a Central American coffee.
Raspberry chocolate.
French vanilla.
Natural decaf espresso.
Name them. I can get them. Oh, that pea berry one. That's a really good one. Have you ever had that?
And wide assortment of teas.
Ah, yes. The blustery, cold Canadian winter, I tell you, it's so refreshing. So our first stop involving indoors and warm beverages will be the Yaletown Coffee Shop. I think we've decided I'm just going to drink a lot of coffee today, and we'll see what happens. I've already had 2 coffees today, so I've got a good start. But first we're going to stop at the Yaletown Coffee Shop, the first in a long series of coffee shops strung along Princess Street as we travel in that direction, whatever direction that is. So yeah, we'll go in there. Hello, how do you do? I'm interested in a coffee.
Oh.
So what's your favorite coffee at the coffees that you're offering today?
Cafe Royale.
So I'm getting the high altitude beans that brew a distinct and spicy cup of coffee. The accompanying aroma completes the full lively character of this Guatemalan coffee. So I'm looking forward to an exciting first coffee of the tour of the coffee shops here. All right, so my first cup of high-altitude coffee today. Or actually, it's my third, but my first purchased in a coffee sort of selling atmosphere. So the coffee tends to go with conversation a lot of the time. And after Dave finishes wiping off the lens, I was figuring maybe we could have a conversation of some kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. So, do you come here often? I guess that's a good way to start a conversation sometimes.
Yep, we do.
You do. Why would you come to this coffee establishment as opposed to one of the, say, 50 or so other ones going along down Princess Street?
A lot more atmosphere here.
A lot more atmosphere. What is it about this place?
Smoke here.
Well, you can smoke here. A lot of
Yeah.
them have been going on smoking for a while.
So I'm planning on drinking a cup of coffee at every coffee shop in Kingston today.
Yeah.
And not sleeping.
And not sleeping for several weeks at least. I guess I'll sort of sit back and enjoy my coffee, and then I'll catch up with you people at the next stop along the way, wherever that may be. All right, so off to Cafe Diem, the combination cafe and launderette is what it is. It's a cafe launderette. They got coffee and they got washing machines. So if you need to do the laundry and you want some coffee at the same time, you know where to go. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad.
We're doing a coffee shop tour today.
Oh, cool.
And I just had one at the Yaletown Coffee Company.
All my lovely business associates up the street.
Business associates?
Well, not associates, I would say. What is that word?
Competitors.
Competitors, yes.
Yes.
Lovely people.
Are you in fierce competition with the
Not really,
Yaletown?
no.
No?
No, I have a laundromat too, so that's where my main business comes from.
Laundry and coffee, I tell you. Two great North American pastimes. Does that work, I guess? 2 great North American pastimes that just go great together.
Yeah.
So you're fitting into the coffee drinkers with dirty laundry.
Coffee
So,
drinkers with dirty laundry who like art.
So there's art thrown in as well.
Very artistic place. We have performances. I do band exchanges with actually a cafe in Waterloo called the Cordova Cafe.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, enough talk. Can I have a cup of coffee?
You certainly can.
What coffee would you recommend?
Well, there's Colombian hazelnut or Irish cream. If you would like.
What's your specialty here?
I would say the hazelnut is a popular favorite.
Hazelnut, then it will be. So is this a coffee that you just won't find anywhere else? This hazelnut coffee?
No, you can find it a lot of places.
Yeah, a lot of places. So really, it's not not terribly unique at all. But there is art and laundry, so that's really important.
And music.
And music, art, laundry, and music. What more could you ask for in a coffee shop?
And poetry reading.
And poetry readings. Art, laundry, music, and poetry readings. What more could you ask for in a coffee shop? I ask you. And this is cup number 4, including the 2 I had at home. Are you having coffee today?
No, I didn't have coffee today.
You didn't have coffee today.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm not a coffee person. No, actually, I'm not doing laundry either.
So you're just hanging out,
I'm actually writing an essay.
writing an essay, taking up space.
No, writing an
Yeah.
essay, eating turtles, and drinking Fruitopia.
So he's actually purchasing something.
Yes.
So he's not a drain on society like some people in coffee shops.
We do a lot of leftist politics stuff here too. Yeah, we did a social issues committee. We do a lot of charity work. Very leftist cafe.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, but I don't think you have a cappuccino machine.
No, I don't have one yet. That's true. I don't have a
Like charity
cappuccino.
work, you know? It's nice and all, but it's just not going to make up for a lack of a cappuccino machine.
What can you do? I'm gonna get one eventually.
Oh, yeah. That's what they all say.
See, I'm not as big as the corporation cafes.
You want to smear a little dirt on some other coffee shops in town?
I just think some coffee shops. Oh, I'm just kidding. I can't say that.
And some coffee shop rivalry going on here, which is not surprising considering the vast number of coffee shops there are in this town. There's probably, I would guess that the ratio of coffee shops to coffee drinkers is probably about 1 to 10 or something like that. So it's fierce competition here. You don't want to smear any dirt on the?
No, I wouldn't want to do that.
No.
That wouldn't be proper.
No, it wouldn't be. Well, with all your charity work and stuff.
That's true. We're a very charitable place.
So you
But-
can have another cup or 2.
Yeah, I've got at least 10 more to go. So I'm already a little shaky. So, and I'll be so exuberant by the end of the show. Let me tell you, you won't be able to take it. So yeah, cup number 2 at the number 4 really, counting the 2 that I had at home. Cup number 2 or 4 here at the Cafe Diem Cafe/Laundrette. From now on in the show, I'm going to count the 2 coffees I had at home in my count of numbers of coffees I've had. So we're at 4 right now. I've had 4. Okay, if you're looking for coffee immediately after the Cafe Diem and before the Chinese Laundry, you're going to have a hard time. You could go into a regular restaurant and have a coffee, but it's just not it's just not the same. So here we are having our 5th cup, or my 5th cup really, here at the Chinese Laundry Cafe, where we will be going momentarily, immediately as a matter of fact. We're just here to drink coffee.
You got it, coffee?
Yeah, what types of coffee do you have to offer this
Want to see menus?
Could you list them off for us?
I mean, no, sorry. I can
Are you
make
sure?
menu though.
Okay.
This isn't lack of service, this is a video camera kind of thing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So,
I'll
okay.
start that.
That's a very friendly video.
It's a friendly video camera.
Yeah.
We have just our house blend coffee. We also have cappuccinos, mochachinos, lattes, and wide assortment of teas.
A wide assortment of teas. Well, we're not interested in tea. We're here for coffee. So we'll have your house
You'd be
blend.
surprised how many people want tea and say they want the coffee menu.
Thank you very much. So, coffee number 5 here, the house blend at the Chinese Laundry. It's no laundrette, but it's called the laundry anyway. Strange that, really. You'd expect washing machines, but there aren't any. But is there a particular focus to your clientele?
No, pretty much anybody.
So you don't turn anyone away here at the Chinese Laundry?
If they can pay, they can sit.
Well,
And
that's-
if they don't disturb our customers too much, they can have a couple.
Do people often, get out of hand here, maybe have a couple too many, and
Not usually. It's
but it has happened.
yeah, probably once every 2 or 3 weeks there's somebody that missed it. Sure.
Too much coffee.
Too much coffee. I think it's too much something else before they come in for the coffee
No,
usually.
that's possible. We were just discussing the fact that coffee is Colombia's other drug. with,
I guess it would be.
with strikingly similar effects to the Colombia's main drug, I guess, the one that gets talked about in the news.
Sure.
So I thought that was interesting. And as a coffee server, maybe that's something you can talk about when you're.
It's a selling point, perhaps. Yeah. You can't afford something else. You come in for a buck cup of coffee, same sort of buzz. Sure. I hear the same. You get the same effect if you drink too much water too. But we try to discourage that.
The water clientele is not exactly a desirable demographic,
No,
I
that's
guess.
the one we go for, but we get a lot of it.
Yeah. Moving on to cup number 6 here at the the Bucaramanga Bean Company. They're passionate about their coffee here, romancing the bean. I'm on coffee number 6, so I'm speaking a little faster than I was at the start of the show, but don't be alarmed. I hear you're passionate about your coffee here at the Bucaramanga Coffee Company.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, that's good. Romancing the bean, one might even say. Yeah.
Our signs would say so.
Yeah, your signs did, as a matter of fact, say so. Well, then I'll have a small French vanilla.
For here?
For here.
Do you have a membership?
No, I don't.
Would you like to set one up?
Maybe we should. We can demonstrate to the people of
Much
Kingston
easier
how
than a
easy it
computer.
is.
What you do is give me your phone number
How about if I just pick some other number?
or some other number.
How about the number 5?
That may already be taken. It's already taken.
Okay, how about the number 55 then?
Probably anything less than 3 digits is
Yeah.
going to be taken.
How about 5,555? It's
No,
taken.
you want to try again?
Okay, how about 55,555? Is it gone?
Yeah.
555,555. It's
Pick
gone?
another
Perhaps you
number.
should probably try maybe.
Well, is there a limit to the amount of digits that
No,
you
it
can
can
have?
get up to-
Can we try 5,555,555?
It's
There we
yours.
go.
It's mine. 5,555,555 is my membership number. If you're ever going to the Bucaramanga Coffee Company, feel free to put your coffee on my membership number there. 5,555,555.
There's 9 fives.
Oh, really?
So that's the other ones were taken.
Oh, so we're sorry. My membership number is 555,555,555. So that's the number you should be putting your coffees on when you come to the Bucaramanga Bean Company.
Every
So-
11th one's free.
More coffee in a moment when we return on the real-life adventures of Rob. Hey, buddy, you think you got problems? Well, I just couldn't pull the chicks at all for the longest time. And then, you know what happened? I got a computer, right? I met this beautiful woman on an IRC channel. We got married. In short, you want a good love life? Get a computer.
Tonight I'd like to drink very much. You?
Life just wouldn't be worth living if you couldn't do the occasional voiceover, now would it? Well, back to the coffee.
This is coffee number 6. I think it's some sort of vanilla thing. French vanilla, Dave, do you remember? Yeah. French vanilla. My hand is not quite as steady as it was at the start of the whole thing here. I don't know if you can see that at home, but I'm not quite as steady with the holding the cup of coffee as I was with my first coffee. But coffee number 6, a French vanilla here at Bucaramanga Bean Company. I've got to emphasize the fact that all these coffees that we're talking about are being drank on the same day, consecutively. We're walking straight from one coffee shop to the next. That was my 6th cup of coffee today, in a very short period of time, and of course, that leads me to the washroom. One of the most important features of a coffee shop is its washroom. This one is decorated in accordance with the rest of the establishment, and apart from the fact that there's these pipes right above my head, making it very difficult to sort of get a comfortable urinating stance going, it really is Really is a fine washroom. Here we are for coffee number 7 at the Italian Ice Cream and Pastry, and of course coffee. This being the Italian Ice Cream and Pastry, are you yourself Italian?
No, I'm not.
You're not Italian?
No, I'm not.
What nationality are you?
I'm from Libya.
From Libya?
Yeah.
And you're somehow qualified to work in an Italian ice cream and pastry store? Yeah?
I think so.
Well, whatever. I'll go for the Colombian coffee in the Italian ice cream and pastry store served by a Libyan. A very international coffee store.
Was this for Queens?
No, it's just like public access cable shows at,
Here.
in Kingston, yeah. But I don't know.
Cable 13.
Yes.
Oh, I hate that.
Well,
Oh,
there you have
I
it.
never watch it.
Yeah.
I won't be seeing myself there.
No, I guess not. So you'll never know what I do to you in the post-production. That's where the magic happens, you know.
Do whatever.
Well, onwards and upwards, ladies and gentlemen, to coffee number 8 here at Windmills Cafe. So could I guess, have a Colombian coffee? This will be my 8th coffee of the day, where I'm having a coffee at every coffee establishment.
See,
Just to
the
try
option
it.
of decaf be
No, that would be unfair to my viewers. I noticed there's a piece of art at the front with a joystick attached to it and some sort of like phallus thing sticking out of it. Does the joystick actually serve any function within the artwork?
Yes, you didn't try it.
I did, but it didn't seem to do anything.
You need to play with the
Press
button.
that
Does
button,
it?
the top left button.
Oh yeah?
It makes the rocket spin around.
The rocket spin around. Well, we'll have to try
or
that.
whatever you'd like to consider it.
Rocket, phallus, it's all the same thing, really. But yeah, coffee. So I'll have a coffee. Once again, viewers, if you're ever making a cup of coffee for me, little bit of sugar, no cream. Here's the aforementioned piece of art with the sort of rotating phallus / rocket. Poignant. Art and coffee. So immediately after coffee number 8, we experienced trip to the bathroom number 8. And here we have the Windmills men's bathroom. It's actually, a very pleasant, pleasant bathroom environment here. Television for me is sort of an excuse to walk around in my underwear, shave, and urinate. Breaking the bounds of conventional television here. The Second Cup Coffee Company will be providing me with not my second cup, but my 9th cup of coffee. 9 cups. Don't try this at home. It's very dangerous. Speeds up your heartbeat dangerously. So yes, this is my 9th cup of coffee. It's not really appropriate that I'm here at the second cup. What would make people want to come to the second cup as opposed to, say, any of the 50 other coffee shops that are along the way?
Our superior quality.
Superior coffees. That's a good answer. Everybody else has been, I don't know, the art. They're all saying the art. You can't drink the art. So there's art here as well at the second cup. Art and coffee seem to go hand in hand. Once again, this is my 9th cup of coffee in quick succession. This one is a royal blend, I believe. And it's sort of apparently a superior quality coffee. And it's not bad. It's a little bit acrid. I must repeat that because I'm so concerned about you, the viewing public, that I am actually drinking all of this coffee that I'm purchasing here. This is my 9th cup of coffee, and all 9 cups of coffee are in here, or passed out through there anyway. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't tell you that I'm drinking all this coffee if I wasn't really drinking all this coffee. I have a responsibility as a community programmer to provide you with a realistic portrayal of what I'm portraying realistically. And for my 10th cup of coffee, here we are at the Grabba Jabba here on Princess Street. Yeah, I'm starting to feel the first twinges of a headache, and my stomach is, not thrilled with my behavior today, shall we say. A little bit of a treacherous walkway here.
We have Mexican Pluma Altura, which has quite a bit of caffeine in it.
Oh yeah, I won't be having that one. Which would you recommend?
I'd go with the afternoon one.
What corner of the coffee market here in Kingston is Grabba Jabba going for?
I don't know, but our manager's over there. You could probably ask him what he's trying to capture. It's Robert Tucker. He has the red shirt on. Are we going to be rated?
Well, probably not. They're all, to tell you the truth, tasting quite a bit the same at this point. Robert Tucker, co-owner and manager of the Grabba Jabba Coffee Emporium here on Princess Street. Here's a fine opportunity for you to educate a staggering number of Kingston people about coffee. So maybe a couple of pieces of information about coffee would be appropriate for the unenlightened masses.
What kind of coffee are you drinking?
I'm drinking an afternoon blend or something like that.
An afternoon blend?
Although it is early evening.
That's true. We usually go...
Is that appropriate? Like,
certainly.
Am I wrong
It's an all-day coffee. Don't let the name fool you.
Call. A good question to ask at this point, I guess, is it actually possible to overdose on coffee? Like, am I in any danger at this point?
Well, it depends on the coffee you're drinking. Certainly, if you drink the decaffeinated, you're not going to be affected quite as much. Another educational point, I guess, is that the darker the coffee, the less caffeine. Due to the roasting procedure, the darker the roast, the less caffeine, because it reduces the amount of caffeine the longer it's roasted.
Have you ever had any customers collapse from having too much coffee, or
Well,
I'm getting a little bit worried.
They haven't in the store, so.
Okay, so it's not a common occurrence.
I would hope not. No.
Yeah.
No.
Do you generally get people coming in and drinking, say, 10 cups of coffee in a sitting?
Occasionally, we have some regular customers that spend a fair amount of time here. I don't think anybody is actually at the 10 to 20 cup range.
So I'm entering somewhat unproven ground here.
You could
with this being my 10th coffee, and I have at least 2 more to go.
It could be another one of your adventures.
It could be. Rob goes to the hospital with a caffeine overdose. That's just what you all want to see. Yeah. So pushing the tolerance of my kidneys and my liver with excessive amounts of coffee, all for you, because I'm here for you. You're really the most important thing in the world to me. And I suppose it would be time for another little test of my steadiness here. Do you think, is that bad for, am I doing
I'd say
well
you're doing reasonably
for 10
well.
cups of coffee?
Yes.
This hand is actually starting to shake quite a bit, actually.
Well, it's from the weight of the coffee, I'm sure.
Well, maybe, but look at that. That's like a little bit, I don't know, alarming. That's totally involuntary. And so this probably isn't a sign that I'm about to collapse with a heart attack.
I don't think you're ready for the emergency.
All right, well, that's good. That's good. It's reassuring. A coffee expert, it's nice to have people who really know what they're talking about tell you that you're not going to die. We'll be moving on to, I guess, the sleepless goat would be next in line, probably going down, which is kind of appropriate, sleepless. I'm not a goat, really, in the strictest sense of the term.
I'd say the effects are starting to kick in.
Yeah. And for my 11th cup of coffee, we're at the Sleepless Goat.
I suggest Continental Dark.
Continental Dark, then it will be. We're running out of batteries here, so we got to hit the final coffee place on Princess within enough time to have enough batteries to have this whole thing work. All right, we're running out of batteries. Fortunately, I've had a lot of coffee, so I can talk real fast. I don't think we'll have enough batteries left to actually go to the next coffee shop in the line. We're literally running out of batteries after filming for 1 minute, if that. So I've got, coffee here. I'm going to drink this coffee, right? And then we probably won't have enough batteries to go. This will be over the credits. So as you can see, we ran out of batteries right around the Sleepless Goat, and it's probably for the best, because I think my health was at some serious risk, having drank 11 cups of coffee in quick succession. Unfortunately, we didn't make it down to Coffee and Company, although we did try and shoot something there. I'm not so sure about the state of the batteries and what actually got recorded on the tape, but drank 11 cups of coffee. I wouldn't recommend this, to the viewers out there, unless you really, really like coffee. But my taste buds are roasted, and it's I've got twinges of a headache, and my stomach is not too happy. But really, I'm feeling remarkably good, considering the torture I've subjected my internal organs to today. I'm a little bit wired, certainly, and We're back at home now after going all the way down and running out of batteries around the Sleepless Goat and the Coffee and Company and whoever else, whatever. It's been a very trying day, and coffee, lots of coffee. This is one day when I didn't feel it necessary to go out and have a coffee after we finished filming, because I took care of that ahead of time.